we're standing at Minnesota Valley National Wildlife Refuge, and one of two of our visitor centers located in Bloomington, Minnesota. And we are at the Confluence Gallery. The Confluence Gallery is an opportunity for us to connect with our community through art and nature. The Refuge is partnering with our friends group here at the Refuge called the Minnesota Valley Refuge Friends, as well as with Artistry.
Well, Artistry is curating the art for the Confluence Gallery, so Artistry will be coordinating artists to put content in the gallery, providing opportunities for more artists to be seen in the community.
Minnesota Valley Refuge Friends is a citizen support group of the Minnesota Valley National Wildlife Refuge here in Bloomington, Minnesota. We support the refuge through education and advocacy, volunteering, as well as fundraising. We really strive with the Confluence Gallery and other projects to make the refuge a very welcoming place to everyone.
The partnership with Confluence Gallery formed when the Refuge realized we need some expertise in the art world. We're very good at doing nature and the outdoors and connecting people with those wonderful opportunities. And Artistry, through help with our friends group, was able to help us bring it all together.
I think it's a partnership where both sides are really going to benefit because they're looking for expertise that we can provide, and we're looking for a broader audience, and that's a different part of Bloomington, different people go there. So I just think it's a good opportunity for both of us to kind of cross-pollinate what we're doing to meet the needs of more people.
It's really a rare experience in the Twin Cities. It's one of the few galleries in the Twin Cities metro area that is open to the public for free.
The visitor center is currently closed, so these first exhibits will be virtual. The exhibits start in March and will run through December. We are working with 5 local artists during that time, starting with Jodi Reeb.
The photographs that I have at the Confluence Gallery are photographs that I took in pollinator plants, and then I'm using encaustic paint with them. And encaustic paint is molten beeswax mixed with pigment and damar resin. Because the paint that I use is comprised of beeswax, it had me become aware of some of the challenges that bees face. And so I kind of decided to use that as a subject matter to kind of bring it full circle with the beeswax paint and then the pollinator-friendly plants. And printing those images that I took, and then I am printing that on tissue and then collaging it with the beeswax. I'm kind of mostly making the photographs black and white, but then I'm also adding some color, whether I'm adding it with the encaustic paint or I'm also using oil paint. So really trying to give that idea of the bee's perspective, I was calling this body of work a different view. And some of the paintings are larger and then allows you to kind of focus in or just be more enveloped by them. And then from that series, I started working with double exposures, where I'm taking an image and then not advancing the film, but then taking another image over it. So some of the images in the show, such as there's one called Transitions and Through the Trees, those were both taken that way. And this is probably my most representational body of work just because they are photographs, but typically I've worked with landscapes, I've worked with trees and leaves and seeds, and almost going to that seed where it's like a micro representation of the landscape, where it's like everything's contained in this little seed, and if you plant it, and I love the idea that leaves almost are like a map for a tree, with the veins of the leaf, and I'm kind of always playing with that idea. So I love that I have my work at the visitor center, especially and at the gallery.
For more information on these exhibits, go to artistrymn.org.